Hey Luca fam, I'm going to show you how to take a flat lay photo in under 5 minutes with 3 different products. So if you guys have your own business and you're working from home right now, you don't have access to a photographer or a photo studio, no worries, we're gonna cover it right now. So the first thing that you wanna do is you wanna go to a window, and I like to have side lighting when I'm taking my product photos so that you have a nice dimension to your photo and you get some shadow. So ideally you would have the window right next to you, have the light coming in to the side, and then you're going to be taking a photo like this. So the light is coming in and then everything on that side will have a shadow on it so that it gives a little bit more interesting dimension. It's a lot nicer than like overhead studio lighting in my opinion. So the second thing that you want to do is find your backdrop, and we can get really creative here. So I like to use either a pillow. I also have a pillowcase. So this is a silk pillowcase. You can use any kind of fabric. Sometimes I use tablecloths. And then another backdrop I have is a magazine. So a magazine is great because you can either use the cover, you can use the back of it, you can open it up and find a cool photo. Something that looks really nice for like a minimalist spread would be to use just some words and just have that spread open and then lay your product on it. So I'm going to show you with my phone how it looks overhead when I'm taking a product photo. Let's start with the magazine. So let's go with like a minimalist spread. So we're gonna lay that flat, and then I'm going to take my product. This one is a Necessaire body exfoliator, so you can use whatever your product is. I'm just laying it on the page. And then something that I like to do is you can put a hand in the photo sometimes, which just makes things look a little more real life. So if you want to be like holding the product, that can look really cool. You can play with your angles. So for flat lays, there's a true flat lay where you're at like a true parallel 90-degree angle. And then there's this like 45-degree angle, which I think looks kind of cool sometimes. So I'm gonna try that angle as well and just show you guys what that looks like. Put the product a few different ways and see which way you like it, and try it above. So that was our first product flat lay. The second one that I'm gonna do, I'm taking some of these Bare vitamins, and I'm gonna use let's use the linen pillow, and then laying that down flat. I think it's kind of fun to soften up photos sometimes by either, if you have the luxury of like spreading lipstick on something, I don't know if you're using your floor or whatever, but that might not be an option. So I'm just going to lay out some of these pills so you can kind of mess it up. It makes things seem a little bit more like real life, and you never want things to be like laying perfectly. So I just kind of like to like throw it out and like see where things land. And that can kind of make it feel more real rather than so staged. For this one, I'm also gonna add in a little dried plant. This is actually like a faux pampas grass, but that can add some nice texture. We're getting a little more fancy with this one versus the last one. So let's see. So I'm moving the pampas grass to the side, and then like I said, I just kind of like wiggle these around to make them look as natural as possible. Take a back photo. So I normally take like 5 different shots and just change my angle slightly for each one. And that way you can get the perfect shot, and when you're editing them, you can just see which one works best, the different angles, rotate the product a little bit. So moving on to the next one then, let's just put those vitamins back in there. And then I'm going to take my favorite skincare product at the moment. This is a Less face mask, and I'm going to take my silk pillowcase, lay it down. For this one, I think with silk and even linen, different textures, it looks really cool if you like crinkle it. So just kind of wrinkling it up. That looks cool. All right, and then setting my face mask in there. One thing I'm gonna do for this one, so this is kind of like a trick if you want to make it look a little more messy, but maybe you don't want to do that right on your silk pillowcase, understandable. I'm going to take some and just smear it on the cap so that you can look at like the texture of it. It just makes it a little more interesting. This is like finger painting for adults. How fun. Okay. There we go. So that shows the texture of that. And then I thought to myself, like, what would be kind of lifestyle here? What would I normally have next to my face mask? And I thought, glasses. That would be something typically in my bathroom. I feel like glasses are always a nice add to a flat lay. I'm gonna try one with my hand in it. And while you have your product out, you might as well get a few different options. So I'm gonna do one with this completely shut as well. And sometimes you can try cutting off the product. That can be cool for your feed if you want some variety. So there you guys go. That was 3 different flat lays, 3 different products. Tag us at Luca Creative Co. if you guys try taking your own product flat lays at home. We'd love to see them. And I'll see you guys in our next video.